In a world where cultures collide and connect every day, understanding intercultural communication is more vital than ever. Today, we'll explore the challenges and opportunities that arise when people from different cultures interact, and why intercultural communication matters in our globalized society. Let's embark on a journey through 4 key topics: the need for intercultural communication, the nature of culture and complexity, communication models across cultures, and the ethical and media challenges that shape our understanding. As our world becomes more interconnected, the need for intercultural communication grows. This topic explores the demographic shifts, globalization, and personal incentives that make intercultural competence essential today. Imagine a country where the majority becomes the minority. By 2042, non-Hispanic whites will be in the minority in the United States. This dramatic demographic shift highlights how cultural diversity is reshaping societies and underscores the urgency for intercultural communication skills. Globalization is mixing cultures in new ways, from increased mobility to digital connectivity and economic forces. Here's how these trends are shaping our world. Increased mobility through travel and migration is creating more diverse communities, bringing people from different backgrounds together. Digital connectivity, especially through social media, enables intercultural exchanges even among people who are physically distant. Economic forces such as global trade and commerce are driving internationalization, making cross-cultural interactions a daily reality. Intercultural competence brings personal, professional, and community benefits. Let's see how openness, adaptability, and understanding can transform interactions. Personal growth is fostered by openness and flexibility, which enhance relationships across cultures. Professional advantage comes from employers valuing tolerance and adaptability in their workforce. Community harmony is achieved when understanding reduces conflict and animosity among diverse groups. Globalization isn't always a smooth process. Economic inequality, social instability, and rising nationalism present real challenges that demand intercultural understanding. Economic inequality creates disparities in wealth and opportunity, affecting access to resources and quality of life. Social instability arises from mass migrations and political upheaval, leading to new challenges for communities. The rise of nationalism is seen in populist leaders and stricter immigration controls, often as a reaction to globalization's impact. Overcoming stereotypes requires direct experience, critical media consumption, and positive role models. These factors help build bridges across cultural divides. Experience matters because direct contact with people from other cultures reduces prejudice and fosters acceptance. Media influence is powerful, as slanted reports can shape opinions and reinforce stereotypes. Role models, especially public figures, can promote tolerance or, conversely, deepen divisions depending on their actions and messages. Culture is central to intercultural communication, but it's far from simple. This topic unpacks the evolving definitions of culture, the complexity theory perspective, and the dangers of oversimplification. Before we dive deeper, let's clarify what we mean by culture. Culture is an accumulated pattern of values, beliefs, and behaviors shared by an identifiable group of people with a common history and verbal and nonverbal symbol system. This definition helps us understand why culture shapes every aspect of our lives. Culture is not static. It's fluid, personal, and shaped by countless influences. Let's explore how these factors make culture both powerful and elusive. There are over 300 definitions of culture, reflecting its complexity and the many ways it influences human life. Everyday patterns of values, beliefs, and behaviors shape our identity and guide our interactions. Culture is dynamic and often contested, changing over time and through contact with other groups. Complexity theory helps us understand culture as a system with many variables, unpredictable outcomes, and evolving identities. Here's how this perspective changes our approach. Nonlinearity means that cultural phenomena have multiple causes and unpredictable outcomes, making them difficult to simplify. Self-organization describes how cultural systems adapt and evolve, responding to changing conditions. The networked individual is shaped by unique influences, both online and offline, resulting in complex identities. Cultural taxonomies offer useful frameworks, but they can oversimplify and stereotype. Let's examine their strengths and limitations. Individualism versus collectivism describes whether cultures focus on group goals or individual goals, but this is only a broad generalization. Power distance measures how cultures perceive hierarchy and equality, affecting communication and social structure. Time orientation distinguishes between polychronic cultures, which multitask and are flexible with time, and monochronic cultures, which value punctuality and focus. Uncertainty avoidance reflects how comfortable cultures are with ambiguity and unpredictable situations. Let's contrast the traditional concept of large national cultures with the dynamic idea of small cultures that form around shared interests. Large cultures are typically linked to nation-states and assumed to be homogeneous, making them useful for broad comparisons but prone to oversimplification. Small cultures form dynamically around shared interests, change over time, and often cross national boundaries, offering a more nuanced view of identity. Media, especially social platforms, play a central role in shaping cultural identities and values. Here's how online communities impact who we are. Social media influence is significant, as online communities can shape values and behaviors just as strongly as traditional cultures. Virtual relationships formed online can rival in-person connections in strength and importance. Communication is a human necessity, but models and practices vary across cultures. This topic explores traditional and non-Western models, the role of language, and the importance of social context. To understand the heart of this topic, let's define intercultural communication. Intercultural communication refers to the process of interacting with people who are different from oneself in fundamental ways related to appearance, language, worldviews, or other categories. This process is central to navigating our diverse world. Traditional models of communication emphasize information transfer, but they also recognize the importance of purpose, objectives, and the channel used. The transmission model breaks communication down into sender, message, channel, and receiver, focusing on information transfer. The SMCR model adds purpose, objectives, and nonverbal factors, recognizing that communication is shaped by more than just words. The phrase, "medium is the message," highlights how the channel used influences the meaning and impact of communication. Communication is not just about words, it's about relationships, context, and nonverbal cues. These social dimensions are vital for intercultural exchanges. Relationship building is a key function of communication, as conversations help maintain social bonds and convey emotions. Context sensitivity means that who is speaking, where, and why all matter in shaping the nature of a conversation. Nonverbal cues such as gestures, eye contact, and proximity play a crucial role in communication, especially across cultures. Notice how Western and non-Western communication models differ in their focus and approach. This comparison reveals the importance of context and harmony. The Western SMCR model focuses on message transmission and emphasizes the sender's role. The Sattaranikaran model from India prioritizes group harmony and reciprocal consideration of context. The anthropocosmic model from China emphasizes unity, interdependence, and dialogic negotiation. Language skills, both verbal and nonverbal, are central to intercultural competence. Motivation and openness make these skills truly effective. Verbal skills are essential, as language enables deeper understanding and access to other cultures. Nonverbal skills, including gestures and body language, are crucial for effective intercultural communication. Motivation and openness, fueled by curiosity and empathy, drive successful intercultural exchanges. Ethics in media play a powerful role in shaping intercultural communication. This topic explores the digital divide, media echo chambers, information literacy, and practical strategies for engaging across cultures. As we rely more on technology to connect with others, we must ask, does it truly broaden our horizons, or does it trap us in filter bubbles? This question challenges us to consider how algorithms and media shape our worldview, sometimes limiting our exposure to diverse perspectives. The digital divide and global inequality shape who participates in intercultural communication. Let's see how access, poverty, and outsourcing impact this landscape. Access disparities mean that connectivity is limited by cost, cultural factors, and government controls, leaving many without digital resources. About 50% of the world's population lives below the poverty line, surviving on less than $2.50 a day, highlighting global inequality. Outsourcing has led to job losses in developed countries, affecting factory workers and blue-collar jobs. Media echo chambers can trap us in narrow perspectives. Algorithmic filtering, stereotyping, and critical consumption are key issues to address. Algorithmic filtering creates filter bubbles by personalizing search results, limiting exposure to diverse viewpoints. Stereotyping is reinforced by media reports, which often amplify cliches and narrow perspectives. Critical consumption of media means actively seeking varied sources and perspectives to avoid echo chambers. Information literacy is crucial for navigating digital spaces. Evaluating sources, understanding netiquette, and adapting to cultures of use help us communicate effectively. Evaluating sources for reliability and objectivity is essential for informed media consumption. Understanding netiquette means following social conventions in online communication to avoid misunderstandings. Cultures of use require adapting to platform-specific norms and behaviors for effective participation. Ethical engagement and global citizenship are vital for intercultural competence. Empathy, active listening, and civic action help build a more just and connected world. Empathy and responsibility mean extending care beyond personal encounters to broader social issues. Active listening involves focusing intently on words and body language to foster understanding and empathy. Global citizenship calls for civic action and engagement in social justice, starting with local communities. Intercultural communication is not just a skill, it's a journey of empathy, openness, and lifelong learning. By building bridges, challenging our assumptions, and striving for inclusion, we can shape a world where diversity is celebrated and understanding thrives. The journey continues with every conversation.